Okay, so in this next Mechanics 101 class, we're going to be going over trading, how to do it, why is it important, etc. So we're going to be going over from the terrorist perspective. So you're running out, let's just say it's a B push, you're going for early banana control. So you're running out, you throw the molly here, the guy peeks, your teammate could be playing back here, could be playing anti-flash, so just looking into the wall so that if somebody throws a flash over, he won't be getting flashed. Even if it's a pop flash and nobody sees it, then he can swing out and take the kill. So anyway, you're going up here, and then let's say this guy's sandbags. So you swing, try to kill the guy's sandbags. Let's say maybe you fail spray, and you miss and you die. Well, there's a guy behind you who now knows the information, knows where he is, and knows that he's lit. So he has an advantage of information, movement, because peeker's advantage as well, and you have the advantage of health. So now you can swing out, pre-fire it, but getting that trade immediately is really important, because as soon as you don't follow up, let's say your entry fragger dies here, and you're just like, oh shit, and so you run away. Back here, you're like, damn, gotta stop the push, and then maybe you're like, okay, I'll just line up a molly, and then I'll force him out. Well, if he's smart, he's gotten that kill, saw that nobody else peeked, and he's ran back by now, and he's all the way back to its site. So that's the idea of baiting. It's letting somebody else go in first and not capitalizing on the advantage that you have. So trading is letting somebody go in first and then capitalizing on the advantage, but you need to get the kill. That's effective trading. And so the reason why you want to trade, just think about it this way. If it's a standard setup, like the CTs don't have much information, they may have a guy sandbags, and they may have a guy here. The opper could run back to site, and then this guy is forced in the open. So if you kill him, then there's nothing stopping you from throwing a CT smoke, flashing over to flash off the opper, and then pushing in, killing him, and now you have sight. Because the terrorists have an advantage of numbers. They will always be able to hit sites with more numbers than the counter terrorists have on the site in most situations. So if you get the entry kill, and let's say you have 3 people, so let's say 4 went there, and then 1 lurker went like towards abs, bottom mid, Mexico. Now those 3 people can take on this one guy. If he has an op, he's not going to kill you all. You already smoked CT, so you know no rotators are going to be coming in fast enough. And now you can get the kill, capitalize off of it, and you have a free bomb site. So let's say you don't capitalize off of it, you wait, and now now the CTs have the initial pick and you have nothing. So it's a 5v4. The counter terrorists have 5, so now they can, maybe they can send a rotator over Speedway, just because there's a lot of presence, and then he could sit like spawn, he could sit back CT if he wants to be able to rotate fast towards A. But now there's 3 people on B, and you have 3 people coming in. You're gonna lose most of the time, unless somebody gets an insane play where you just one taps the opera, one taps the guy backside, and then kills the guy through the smoke or something. Most of the time, obviously that's not gonna happen. So that's why trading is really important. Like, just that singular trade kill gifted a 3v1 instead of a 3v3. And so that's why entry fragging, the most important thing isn't always getting the kill. Like, if you get the kill, you're golden. If you die, get information, do a little damage, then you've done your part as well. Because there should be the second guy coming in, and you should be able to trade that kill, because he knows exactly where it is. That's why also entering, it's really important to have good calls. Like, so you run up, Right? You clear close, you can call that. Or you can just look at it, and then the guy behind you should know. And then sandbags, you die, you say, like, you need to instantly call these sandbags so this guy can just run out and pre-aim. And even pre-fire. And there'll be a guy behind here who'll be the third in, and he's going to be holding the angle so that you don't get peeked out by a guy trying to trade the CT. So that's why trading is way better on the terror side than on the counter terror side. On the counter terror side, a trade is not good enough. Like, so let's take a different example. Let's say you pushed into apartments alone, and then you walk out, and you see a guy, you see a bunch of people alt mid. You kill one, and then you're like 5 HP or something, and you're like, okay, screw it, and you go for the full commit and die. You get no more kills. So now it's a 4v4. 4v4 is always favored the terrorist side for reasons that we just went over. Because now the terrorists know they can send 4 people towards the A site, which only has 2 people on a site that you generally need 3 or 4 people to defend. On Inferno, 4 people on the A site is pretty standard late into the round. Because there's so many angles to defend. You have to defend that. You have to hold boiler, top mid. Then you have to hold top mid from arch. And it's really easy to flash people off so they can flash and flash the guy pit. So then there has to be a guy's sight who's really ready to peek out and kill the guys coming out. So a 4v4 is not ideal. It's not good at all, actually, if you're at the counter terrorist team. That's why trading is important on the terror side, and trading is, also important because a 4v4 is better than a 4v5. But you don't want to get traded on the CT side. Like, you don't want to get a kill and then get traded. You want to get a kill, fall back. Because on the CT side, the only bit of map control that matters at like 10 seconds into the round is the sight. If there's 30 seconds in the round, you don't need top mid control. You don't need apps control 30 seconds into the round, or 30 seconds left in the round. All you need is a sight, pit, maybe lane, or pit, a sight, and probably arch. But even you don't always even need arch, because arch is a rotator spot. If you guys have information that it could be B, then this arch guy can go there. He can play back towards CT spawn, and he can hold this. That's about it about trading, why it's important, and how to do it.